What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. All right, tonight we're talking about The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 10, Reunion Part 3. It is over. It is over. It is over. And I am so happy. I'm going to tell you, if I never hear the name Brooks or Cancer or Faking for like the rest of my life, it will be too soon. Okay, I'm telling y'all, because I'm so over like everything that went on this season. Just like I predicted in my blog last week, this third part of the reunion was going to be all about Brooks and all about the ladies talking about how they don't believe that he has cancer. So it opens up with them. They just do like this whole like montage of clips of all the ladies just talking about how these things aren't adding up, and you know, all the things that they were saying throughout the season. And there was this particular clip that Andy asked about. It was when it was like towards the beginning of the season, and Vicky had called Tamara and was saying like, well, Brooks is going through his another round of chemo or something like that, and then Eddie's in the background like bullshit. So Andy's like, well, why did he do that? And Tamara's like, because nobody believes him. And she was like, well, even about that. And he's like, no. And Heather's like, well, he just, you know, he lost all credibility. You know, he lied about, you know what I'm saying, quite a few different things, you know, he lied about. So, you know, it's all about having credibility, and he has none, which is fine. Whatever. You guys didn't believe him. It is what it is. And then Tamara tells this story about I guess maybe like a year or two, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was when Heather first came onto the show. I guess Vicky and Tamara had gone with Heather, and I guess while they were there, they were partying and having fun. And then I guess Brooks called Vicky and said, you know, I'm going to get my cancer results or something like that. And Vicky's like crying and all upset because she wants him to tell her what's going on. He won't tell her what's going on. He's stringing her along. It's like, oh, I'll tell you in a little bit. Oh, call me when you're alone and I'll tell you whatever. So when she finally does talk to him, it turns out that he was okay. And so they feel like this is the start of, like, this is just part of his pattern in faking cancer in order to get attention. Because then Tamara also says back in her first season, which was like 2008, which was Tamara's first season on the show, you know, her and Vicky got along very well. And I guess Vicky had told her way back then that she was thinking about leaving Don because she had this friend and he's dying of pancreatic cancer, and she really wants to be with him, and she feels like she should leave Don for him. So Tamara tells this story, and she says this went on, you know, way back in 2008 when Tamara first came on, and the guy that she was talking about was Brooks. So, you know, we kind of knew that they were messing around over the years because Brianna, you know, spilled the beans a little bit about that. I don't know if it was the last reunion or the reunion before that about how, you know, Vicky and Brooks were emailing each other or whatever when Vicky was still married. Andy feels like Brooks is kind of like the boy who called cancer. Basically, you know, whenever he needs attention from the ladies in his life, he says that he has cancer or whatever, because they were saying, you know, they're comparing it to him doing, saying that he had nose cancer or something with one of his ex-girlfriends, the one that Megan had contacted or whatever. Basically, I don't know. It's just all so silly. Then Heather comes in and it's like, oh, you keep bringing up all of these non-colleges, and, you know what I'm saying, where's his real doctor? And Vicky's like, well, he went to doctor. I can't think of the name of the doctor's name, or the name of the doctor. But Heather's like, no, he didn't go to him. He lives in my neighborhood, and I know that he didn't go see him. And Vicky's like, look, I don't know. All I know is the man told me he had cancer. I don't have any proof that he does have cancer. I don't have any proof that he doesn't have cancer. I know I went to chemo with him one time. I didn't sit in there and see him have chemo, but I saw him go into a room, and I went into a different room to wait for him to get done. Brianna's like, oh, he was probably giving blood because I saw him give blood before or whatever. I don't know, but at the end of the day, Vicky finally, you know, I think she had just had enough, you know, of the women just like beating her up and beating her up and beating her up all season. And then all reunion, she just had like all of them coming at her at one time, which I just did not understand, like, why are they screaming at Vicky? Like, why? I mean, if Vicky was my friend and a good friend like she was to Shannon and to Tamara, I would recognize that something's not right with her. You know what I mean? And instead of attacking her and picking sides with other people and things like that, I would try to get to the bottom of what's going on with her, because you can clearly see for a majority of the season that Vicky was not okay, even before her mother passed. And definitely after her mother passed, you could clearly see that something was not right with her. You know what I mean? So I just feel like instead of the ladies focusing so much on them not believing Brooks has cancer, they should have been focusing more on showing their friend some compassion. And compassion is basically what Vicky said that she was trying to get from everybody when she fabricated the story about them calling Terry Dubrow in the middle of the night, and then Terry calling one of his friends to come over and administer an IV to Brooks or whatever. So Vicky admits that she lied about that story. She says that she lied because she just wanted some kind of compassion about the situation from the ladies, because she wasn't getting any compassion the way that she thought. And so then, oh my God, then the ladies, they just started, like, Tamara's like, why would you lie? Tell the truth, tell the truth. You know, Andy's like, she's trying to tell the truth, you guys. Just be quiet and let her talk. You know, they like jumping all over. They want her to tell the truth, but then they don't want to let her talk. It was like every time Vicky tried to talk, like everybody else was like jumping in and like jumping on top of her. And everybody is so pissed off at her. And I mean, I can understand being a little annoyed about the fact that someone would lie about something as serious as cancer. But one, it wasn't your man that lied about it. Two, no one asked you for your opinion about what was going on. Three, why was it such a big deal that you needed to make a storyline about it? You guys made this so much bigger than what it should have been. You know what I mean? Like, us as the viewers, we would have just been like, okay, Brooks has cancer. You know, he's going along. He's getting treatment, or he's not getting treatment. He's doing this. He's doing that. We would have never even been thinking, oh, does he have cancer? Doesn't he have cancer? Is he lying? Like, why are they saying he's lying? Like, we wouldn't even care if the other ladies on the show had not have made it such a big deal. And I feel like, I'm like, you guys didn't have anything else to talk about this whole entire season except for Brooks and his non-existent cancer or whatever, you know? It just really, really irks me. And then even at this last reunion, like, they can see that Vicky is clearly crying out for help. She needs some help, you know what I mean? And they're still attacking her, you know, especially Shannon and Tamara. It is ridiculous, you know what I mean? I don't even understand it. And Vicky finally admitted that in her gut, she does not believe that he has cancer. Just because of seeing everything that's been going on and kind of opening her eyes up to things. Basically, she was closing her eyes to things that were going on because she wanted companionship. She wanted Brooks by her side. She admitted that she knew the relationship was really going nowhere, but she wasn't ready to give it up because she wants that companionship. She's always had it. She craves it. You know what I mean? So she definitely needs some kind of help, like psychiatric help. She needs to have her self-esteem built back up, you know what I mean, and all of this, because she's just, I feel like she's just been broken down, and her friends are not trying to help build her back up, you know what I mean? They just want to keep pointing the fingers. I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, you're lying, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. Now, there's no excuse for lying about cancer. I do not believe that Vicky thought he was lying about cancer. I just believe that Vicky was in love, and you know, she was just going off of what he said. At some point, maybe she did realize that he could be lying, but at that point, she was in too deep, so she just continued with the story. But honestly, I mean, I don't remember too many of the episodes, maybe one or two in the very beginning of the season where she even brought up Brooks's cancer. You know what I mean? It was more everyone else bringing it up. You know, maybe she brought it up off camera. I don't know. But on camera, it seemed to be everybody else. And then what I didn't understand either was Megan. Megan starts crying like, oh my God, Leanne had cancer and I thought I was going to be you know, able to bond with someone else on the show, you know what I'm saying, based on that fact. And all you did was attack me because and for no reason and this and that. And I was sitting here like, Megan, when did Vicky attack you? You were attacking her the entire season. It wasn't the other way around, Megan. It really wasn't. And normally Vicky isn't even all that nice to some of the newer girls, but it seemed like she was a little bit more nice to you than she ever had been with some of the other ladies. So, I mean, actually, no, I'll take that back. Because Vicky was kind of mean to her about her marriage and the stupid stuff she was saying about her stepchildren or whatever. So I'll take that back. I don't think that Vicky attacked her. I think that, I just think that Vicky was being Vicky and, just trying to give the new girl a hard time. But I don't feel like she was being attacked. Now, she did attack her and Jim at Tamra's sex party. That was an attack on their marriage or whatever. But throughout the whole season, I feel like Megan was more so the one that was on the attack. You know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know. I just don't understand. Honestly, I'm not going in order because I'm just so over the whole Brooks thing. I just really hope that it dies down. He's gonna do his special with Andy Cohen. I think it's airing. Well, they show bits and pieces of it throughout the reunion, but I think it's going to air in like 2 weeks or something like that. But yeah, so Vicky did admit that she was scared of Brooks. I can't forget to say this. She did say that she was scared. She did admit that she was a little scared of Brooks. Brianna said that there was an incident where Brooks like shook her like really, really hard or whatever. And so Brianna feels like he's a violent person or whatever. Vicky's like, no, he's never like beat me down like that. But at the same time, he's manipulative, you know, and she's a little afraid of losing his companionship and things like that. So she kind of goes along with what he says. So, you guys, I don't know. I just really think Vicky needs some help. Honestly, I do. I feel like we've seen her just kind of spiral out of control these last few seasons since her divorce from Don. I feel like she's lost and she really needs to find herself, you know, so hopefully she can get a little bit of help. I'm sure she's going to be back next season. She is the OG of the OC. She is the OG of the Housewives franchise. She is the only original housewife from Orange County, which Orange County was the very first franchise. And Vicky was on the very first episode, very first season. So Vicky is the OG of the Housewives franchise, not just the OG of the OC. So I know Vicky will be back. I feel like Tamra's annoying ass is gonna be back too, because for one thing, I know they like the fact that Tamra is down with getting into any drama. It doesn't matter if it has anything to do with her or not. It doesn't matter what kind of drama it is. Tamra is down for the drama. It doesn't even matter, you know what I'm saying, what kind it is, you know. I definitely feel Heather will be back. I think Andy Cohen gets a kick out of Heather's lifestyle. And then, you know, Terry has his show on the E-Channel or whatever, so they're kind of riding a little bit off of that. And Andy probably wants to see the house finished or whatever. Shannon, I think Shannon will be back. I think that they're going to invite her back so that we can see the aftermath so that we can see them in a happy place in their marriage, and possibly see her repair her friendship with Vicky. I don't know if that's going to happen or whatever. Megan is a question mark. I don't know. I don't believe that she fits in with the ladies. I kind of feel like she was a little bit kind of like how when they brought in Lizzie, she was a little bit more confrontational than Lizzie was. But I just feel like she just wasn't a good fit for the ladies. And it may just be an age thing, you know, because most of the ladies on there are a little more of the mature age, you know. And so I really don't want her to come back anyway. She didn't have a storyline. If it wasn't for her researching Brooks and his cancer, she wouldn't have had anything really interesting for us to want to see her on TV. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't anything going on with her stepdaughter. You know, her husband's hardly ever there, and when he is on camera, he's annoyed. He doesn't want to be on camera. He even admitted it, you know. So, anyways, did I miss anyone? Let's see. I said Vicky, Heather, Shannon, Tamra, Megan. Yeah, that's everybody. You guys, so what do you think about this season? Season number 10. It was very draining for me. I'm very tired right now, so I hope that I put a little bit of energy into this vlog, but it was a very draining season to me. I just hated the whole Brooks thing, whether he's lying or not. I just honestly don't understand why it was such a big deal this season for the ladies. It's a big deal to lie about having cancer. It's not a big deal for other people to make it a big deal. People that have nothing to do with it, you know. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. I think I went through everything that I wrote down. Like I said, I wasn't going to go scene by scene or whatever because I just really didn't want to. Anyways, you guys, that's it for Real Housewives of Orange County season 10 season 10. Season 10 is a wrap. I'm so looking forward to the Real Housewives of Atlanta coming out on Sunday. I'm still up in the air about whether I'm going to vlog. I said I was, then I said I wasn't, then I said I was. Atlanta's another one of those really draining shows that it takes a lot out of me to vlog about. Last season was very draining for me, so I don't know. I most likely will be vlogging about that. And then I'm definitely going to be vlogging about Beverly Hills when they come back in a couple of months. And you guys, that's it. So until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is just saying. Bye-bye.